Well, hello there, guys. It's Stephanie and the Soul Sister Monarch channel, and we are here. This video is about just crystals, guys, because of the Mercury Retrograde. I hope you guys are doing good. It's definitely doing its thing. I know a lot of people are experiencing some crazy things going on out there right now. A lot of you could be experiencing just feeling like you're going backwards, or just feeling like things aren't working out the way they're supposed to or that there's things that are maybe put on hold. There's things that you thought that were going to work out that are not working out. So anything of that nature. And I put a video up already on Mercury Retrograde explaining it, and give you guys some insight on what to do with all of that. So please go watch it, because it definitely will help you out. It'll explain it. It'll give you a better understanding on how to work through this next, start on the 16th of April. We got a month and a half of this, guys. So anyways, power up, crystal up, sage, clear yourself out on a regular basis. Okay. So I'll do, I'm going to do 2 videos tonight on crystals, get them out there, and then I'm going to get the weekly reads up for all the elements, and then I will eventually next week get I'll do some more crystal reads, and then I'm going to get a video. I'll get up a video up before then on just on saging to help you guys out with that and the different things you can do with that. Okay, so let's get into this. So this video, a long time ago, there's a special person out there. Her name's Mara, and she's a beautiful girl, and she wanted me to do a video a long time ago on crystals. So I dedicate this video to my sweet Mara, who is dating Cameron, who is one of my other children. Not biological, but he's one of my other kids. So that's his girlfriend. And I'm very happy to be able to put this video together and say, I love you, Mara. Love you, Cameron. You guys are doing great, and I'm proud of you both. So here we go. All right, guys. So there's a lot of crystals during the retrograde that you can use. So I just pick ones that I just feel like talking about, and then I bring them out. So one of the first, so let's talk about amethyst. Okay, so I brought a bunch of different kinds of amethyst to talk about. So this is my very favorite piece out of all of them, and the reason being is my oldest son bought this for me a long time ago. It was for Mother's Day. He knows both my kids know what a crystal freak I am, and they are too. I mean, I bring crystals home, and those boys, they touch it, feel it, my daughter too, and they're, next thing you know, oh, that one's mine. It resonates with me. Sorry, Mom. So anyways, yep, this is my K-Dog. He's the one that bought this for me. So this is an amethyst tree. Look how beautiful that is. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So that's a form of amethyst there. And this one I love because it just reminds me of a heart. And I keep this one next to my daddy. So this is another amethyst. Here is another one. Okay. And here's a real raw cut piece. Just raw. We call these like wands. This is a tower. Okay. This is a piece of amethyst too. It's just a tumbled stone. It looks black on here, but it's dark, dark purple. And they got some shades of white. Okay, so there is a bunch of pieces of amethyst for you guys. So, all right. Brought my book out because I have so many different things I want to read to you guys about too as we're talking about this. So amethyst is, you guys, it is so important with healing. Amethyst helps with your put it this way, it helps cleanse your chakras. It helps go in and it heals like the meridians through your body. And so if like your chakras are over or they're under, it helps with that. It helps on a physical level. Okay, it helps with your vitality. It helps to draw out disease out of your body by absorbing the pain and the negative energy. Okay, It helps with alleviating stress. It can help with your throat. It can help with your stomach, your spleen, your kidneys, your liver, and your gallbladder. It also is great to help alleviate joint pains, okay, guys? It can help, like, strengthen the mucous membranes. So it can be like as an elixir also for, like, wound healing. And it's a natural antibiotic, as you can put it on different places on you and let it work its way and heal on you. You can also use it to stimulate the navel chakra and help in grounding energies into your body. Okay, so wearing for long time periods, amethyst on your wrist or your throat. It can also help with treating babies and children, and it's beneficial for the mother to wear as a stone first. Okay, and the reason being, it's like when you're pregnant and you're wearing amethyst and you're pregnant, the baby will connect with you. Okay, and then after you have your baby, if you can put amethyst or different stones like in the nursery or around them in that area, you and that baby you'll have a major, 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 beautiful connection. So, okay, so that is amethyst. Then another one I wanted to talk about that people mistake it all the time. People get Aventurine mixed up for amethyst. Okay, so here we go. I'll show you. So this is Aventurine, okay? And like I said, it gets confused all the time. A lot of people have no idea. So that's one piece. And I love this one. This is another piece. When he's sitting down, he's like a little baby bird. This one. Oh! Yeah, he's like a little, look at him. See him? He's like a little baby bird. So that's Aventurine, okay? So, like I said, a lot of people confuse it. Aventurine, the attributes are very positive in prosperity. It's a help. It's a help. It helps you with your connection to the Devic kingdom and is used to grid gardens or houses against geopathic stress, okay? Wearing Aventurine absorbs electromagnetic smog and protects against environmental pollution as well. A lot of people will tape Aventurine onto the backs of their cell phones, or they'll have them around their computer. I have a piece around my computer because it helps against the EMFs. Okay, it helps diffuse negative situations and helps turn them around. Psychologically, Aventurine reinforces leadership qualities and decisiveness. It promotes compassion and empathy and encourages perseverance. Okay, however, be careful because it can take you back into the past. Okay, to find sources of disease, and the stone also relieves stammers and severe nervousness, bringing understanding of what lies behind the conditions. It also stabilizes one's state of mind, stimulates perception, and enhances creativity. The thymus gland and connective tissue and your nervous system, it can all totally help with. It can balance out your blood pressure, helps stimulate metabolism, lowering cholesterol levels, and preventing arteriosclerosis and heart attacks. It is an anti-inflammatory as well. It can help with skin eruptions and allergies, relieves migraine headaches a lot of times, soothes the eyes, okay? It heals the adrenal, lungs, sinuses, heart, and muscular and urogenital system, and an excellent elixir relieves skin problems, okay? So that is another great one. All right. Okay. So there's all kinds of forms of citrine. Okay. Citrine. Okay. Here's a piece right here. So this is a piece. Okay. And a lot of people mistake it, but this is another form of citrine. This is the most common that people see around. Okay. And this one's a little tower. So citrine, it depends on where it's mined from. It depends on where it comes out of. That tells you the properties that it has, and the healing powers. So it tends to be like it's like a generator and a cleanser. That also has the power, that carries the power of the sun. Okay. As I said, it's a warming, energizing, crystal, and it also helps people with their creativity, like major helps with their creativity. It never, this is one besides, so kyanite and, no, I just had a brain fog. Kyanite, citrine, oh, my brain is at a blank right now. These do not have to be cleared out. Like, they literally clear themselves out, okay? So you don't have to worry about that. It clears itself out. And the reason why is because it transmutes the energy, and it can take the negative and it can turn it around and clear itself out and turn it into positive, okay? It helps clean up negative energies, environments. A lot of people will use citrine when they feel like they have negative energies in their houses. They can put that like with onyx or tourmaline, and you can put that in different corners, like all the different four corners, and it'll clear out and transmute the energy in those places, okay? It helps protect. It's another protecting one. It's not extremely protective, but it placed with other things becomes extremely protective, okay? It has the ability to cleanse the chakras, especially the solar plexus and the navel, okay? It activates your crown, and it opens you up to intuition and your higher self. It also helps you align with like your physical body as well, okay? It helps with abundance. It helps you, it's like a teaching stone. So when you're in that mode of teaching or leading, it helps you manifest and attract the knowledge that you need to articulate it to the group of people that you need to properly, okay? It helps with success, prosperity. It helps with making people happy. It brings out encouragement in people. It's powerful to impact joy to all those that like are around it. So when you're like gloomy, negative, feeling down, it totally helps bring you out of that kind of mindset. It can help with family discord. Psychologically, citrine raises self-esteem, self-confidence. It helps remove destructive tendencies that we have. It helps improve motivation. Like I said, creativity, self-expression. Let's see some of the other things. Another thing I forgot. It helps with depression, fear, phobias, concentration. So like if you're as a student and you're studying, have citrine around you. It will help you memorize things. It'll help you focus, and it'll help you concentrate and absorb that energy and keep it in. And if you have to visualize things, if you have citrine around you, it also helps you do that. One of the other things, it helps you release negative traits and fears and feelings that like you'll stuff really deep down inside your body and you don't know what to do with it. It helps you totally release that stuff. And it helps with anger. It's another one a lot of people don't talk about, but it does help with anger, and it helps you emotionally balance yourself out, okay? So let's talk about malachite, okay? So this is a piece of malachite here, okay? And malachite is a wonderful stone. It's really powerful. Okay, so this is one that you guys have to handle with caution, okay? Some people say that you should use it under supervision and with therapists. You don't. If you get it in the raw form, that's when it's really potent, okay? And I do have a raw piece that has other things in it, and this is a very beautiful piece, and I'm the only person that touches it. Very few people I let touch it. But this is a raw piece of it, okay? So this is a very potent piece. It doesn't, I can touch it. Other people, they have to be really careful, because if they're super negative vibing energy, it's going to bring some stuff out of them that they're not going to like, okay? So you really don't let people touch matcholite. You should be the only one. And I would suggest, if you're not a high vibing person, you start out with a polished piece, okay? The reason being is because a lot of people have used it for an elixir, and they actually can scrape off pieces on like that raw piece I have, and they can make an elixir out of it that can be really potent. So you have to be really careful with it. And I'm not going to go into when people do that with the what things can happen, because it's just something that we just don't want to talk about. So, but it amplifies positive and negative energies. It grounds spiritual energies. Okay, so like when you have cosmic energies, or when you're trying to connect to spirit, and different things like that, it will help you ground you first before you connect, so that you are not connecting to other things that you shouldn't be coming into connection with, especially on the spiritual level. Okay, it's believed by some people that it's a piece that still evolves with different planets, um, and it because it's one of the most healing, powerful stones out there. Um, it's important. Its protection is important because how it absorbs the negative energies and pollutants that can easily get picked up from them in the atmosphere and in our body. And so sometimes it tends to, if a person's not ready to purify or cleanse themselves, it'll like detox you too fast. And sometimes that can be bad for people, um, because if you're detoxing too fast, you can get really sick. So you have to use it in small amounts. You don't want to wear it, if you're not a vibing person, like I said, because you won't like what will come of it. Okay. Um, it clears and activates the chakras as well, and attunes to your spiritual guidance. It can activate visualizations. So if you're like working with your third eye, and you're trying to open up your psychic vision, that helps with. Okay. It brings balance and harmony to your heart, and it helps you open up your heart to unconditional love. Um, I don't really want to tell you guys this, but it can be used for scrying. So those of you out there that are into that, you need to be very careful, because you can you can use malachite to access the other worlds, the underworld, the upper world, the inner world, the outer world. People that do a lot of astral traveling and things like that, they will use it. Okay. Um, it can help you release the mind from like self-imprisonment, and when you get yourself in patterns and you can't get unstuck from real toxic thinking, it can help you release that. It helps assist in receiving insights too from your subconscious, but those will be messages in your subconscious that come to you that are about your future. Okay. Psychologically, malachite is a stone of transformation. It's very intense, guys, like I keep saying. So if some of you are like risk takers, you like adventure, and you're going to use this stone, you got to be careful, because it can affect you in ways that you may do things kind of like in a merciless attitude. It can turn you kind of in a situation that you'd be taking risk and doing things that you wouldn't be doing otherwise. Okay. Um, it helps break yourself out of unwanted patterns, outworn patterns, ties, past life stuff that you definitely want to get out of. It helps people take responsibility of their own actions and their thoughts, their feelings. It helps release inhibitions. It can also help you to express your feelings. Okay. If it's used right, it will help you develop empathy in the right way. If it's used wrong, you become under empathetic. Okay. Um, a lot of people like to use it for sexual kind of things. And some people, therapists and different things, will help you release, like if you have sexual addictions, things like that, that it can help you break out of those patterns. Okay. It can help you come out of past traumatic sexual experiences that people have gone through. It really helps out with that. Because it goes to the core of your problem, and it makes you, it kind of forces you to bring it to the surface so that you have to deal with that. But if you're using it wrong or too much, or you're not using it with other things to accompany it to kind of calm it down, it can bring those traumas to the surface too fast that you've suppressed, and you might not be able to handle it. So you've got to use this. Make sure you use it accordingly. I'm talking about it. Accompany it with other stones that will bring it down, and so it's not so powerful. Okay. It can be used for inner exploration. It can help stimulate your dreams. So, like if you're having a really hard time, you're dreaming, and you can't remember what you're dreaming about, and it's driving you nuts. Put that in your pillowcase or on your nightstand, and that will totally help you out with that. Okay. Sometimes if people use it too much, they can get paranoid. So be careful. One of the other things that it's good with, it's good, helps lower blood pressure, asthma, arthritis, epilepsy. Once again, it can help with female sex organs, treating sexual diseases, fractures, swollen joints, vertigo. A lot of people that get sick, you know, from car sickness, or if you're on a boat and you get sick from that, if you have that on you, it will help. Tumors, your optic nerve, pancreas, spleen. Oh, it's another thing. I keep forgetting to talk about this. It's great with cellular DNA activations. Okay, so when you're going through like dark night of the soul, you're doing a lot of shadow work with yourself, it can help you pull you out of that and help you come to grips with all the stuff that you're trying to deal with. It also stimulates your liver to release toxins, and it can work and help treat diabetes. All right, a lot of people that have like hand and arm and wrist issues, it can help out with that a lot too. So that's another great one. Okay. Okay, here's a piece of obsidian right here. So this is obsidian. This is, okay. And this is another piece of obsidian. But this one, if you look close, see the browns in it? Two different quarries that these came out of. My daughter got these on, the gal that she and my son were living with for a while, would go and quarry this stuff and have just mountains of this in her yard. And so she gave me these two pieces. So it's basically molten lava that's cooled really quickly, and it doesn't have any time to crystallize. It's a stone that has no boundaries or limitations. So you have, like malachite, you have to be careful with obsidian. If you wear it too long, you can start to feel ornery. You can start to getting negative thoughts. You have to be super duper careful when you're working with it. Okay, a lot of therapists that know what they're doing will use it because it helps bring out negative emotions out of people, unpleasant truths. But if you're not careful, all this stuff will come to the surface too fast and you won't be able to handle it. Okay. Has a lot of power, guys, and it you have to be, like I said, careful with it. It can help release blockages. It also can help people that get in really destructive, disempowering patterns. It can help turn that around so you're back in your self-power. Okay, you're standing in your own power. So that's another great thing. A lot of people that a lot of people that do past life regressions, or they are my aunt, she was certified as a hypnotist. So a lot of hypnotists will use this because it helps you go back to the past. Okay, and it's a facilitator in taking that person back there to the deep parts of the soul that need the healing. Okay, but you have to be careful because the trauma can come way too fast to the surface and present itself. Okay, but it's strongly protective. It's like a shield against negativity, and it's a grounding cord. Okay, so it attaches to your base chakra, which is to the center of the earth. It absorbs negative energies from the environment, strengthens people in time of need, and it's helpful with people that are highly sensitive, that because highly sensitive people that don't know how to protect themselves, they'll be under psychic attacks all the time and they won't even realize it. But they don't know why. They can go from 1 minute feeling really good and then the next minute just so down. So that obsidian is really good in helping that. Okay. This is another one that people will pair with citrine. When they're clearing out negative energies out of rooms and corners and spaces. So that's another thing that you can, I forgot to tell you that. You can definitely spirit, pair it with that, okay? It helps people when they're trying to get into their purpose and they're, like I said, in the dark night of the soul or doing shadow work. Once again, it helps eliminate those negative energies. It helps undo those blockages, okay? It helps with people if you're kind of been out of your, what we call your spiritual integrity. It helps you anchor back to spirit in the body and the soul so you can be grounded back down to the earth, okay? It helps urge exploration of the unknown and helps you open up to new beginnings and new horizons. And if you're going through a lot of stuff, it helps you get the encouragement that you can move on, okay? It psychologically helps you know who you are, okay? It brings you what I call face to face with your shadow self, and it teaches you how to integrate that within yourself. It helps you integrate the light and the dark and bring it together, okay? Um, it helps with, so if somebody's, people are you going back and doing past life regressions, you'll go into your past life. So of course you're gonna have ancient traumas, okay? So it'll go to the depth of that and bring it out to bring clarity to the emotion and why that's attached to that and why it's that lifetime and now it's here brought to this lifetime, okay? And it promotes qualities of compassion and strength, okay? It helps you open up into your insight. I know it can aid in to what is the cause of, if you have a disease going on, it can also help with that. It helps with digestion as well. It detoxifies the blockages and the tension that settles in your physical body that is brought on by the mindset that's creating that blockage, okay? Helps with arthritis, joint problems, cramps, injuries. It also is another elixir, and the elixirs a lot of people make with obsidian will be to relieve pain, okay, and bleeding sometimes, and circulation. It warns the, yeah, I mean, it warms up your extremities. So if you have if people are having circulation issues, you can put obsidian in those certain areas or around your body, and it will help warm up those extremities, okay? Um, oh, it can, this is another thing a lot of people don't. It can also help shrink and enlarge prostate. That's another thing into it. So, let's see. Oh, it also helps with creativity. That's another thing. And it's great on the spiritual and physical plane when you're trying to connect the two. It helps you get those two balanced out. It helps with people that struggle with self-control. Lots of that. Because it goes into your deep subconscious mind and it helps you process it and bring the imbalances forward so that you see it, you realize it, and you will transmute that energy and balance it back out within yourself, okay? Um, so people that have power issues and control issues, it can help you balance those out. But like I said, if you wear it and use it too long, it will do the complete opposite. It'll turn you into a control freak, and it can put you back, your ego back into your shadow side, the dark side of you. So you have to be really careful. A lot of people use it in shamanic ceremonies to remove physical disorders, or they'll use it to try to connect to different things when they're in a shamanic ceremony to get closer to their highest self or the divine. But like I said, you got to be really careful with it, because it helps with your spiritual body, but you have to be careful because sometimes it can open your third eye way too fast. And if you use it with that, you can bring on, because it can open up your third eye too fast, so you can start like feeling major sinus pressure in your face and headaches. Like, oh my gosh, you can get some super bad headaches. So there's some things you guys probably don't know. So remember I called this is mahogany. Saw that, okay? So mahogany is it's a gentler obsidian, okay? And there's different kinds. I'll list them off to you, but it is a more gentle So it helps you resonate and ground with the earth easier, and helps protects you as well, and ground you to the earth, but it's not as strong. Okay. So the way it stimulates you, it's a more stabilizing energy. It works. Mahogany works on your aura better than anything else, and your solar plexus chakra. Okay, and mahogany is specific for pain and circulation. All right. So the other kind that people don't know about is there's blue obsidian. I'm not going to tell you what that's used for, but these other ones: blue green obsidian, electric blue obsidian, gold sheen obsidian, green obsidian, mahogany, which I showed you, rainbow, and there's red black, which I don't have any of, and there's silver. They call it silver sheen. Okay, and there's obsidian that's called Apache tear, which I don't have any, and I do have a piece of this. I don't think I have it here. Oh, snowflake. So here's snowflake right here. I have another piece of this in my bedroom. So this is polished. And then I have a giant raw piece. So this is snowflake obsidian. Okay. Okay. And so snowflake is interesting. Okay. It's more soothing, just like the mahogany. It helps you put yourself in like the right frame of mind. It makes you more receptive to understanding your behavioral patterns and why you're doing them, and why you may be going back to past patterns that have caused you like misery. Okay. It's a stone of purity, providing balance for the mind with your spirit. Helps you to recognize and release like the thinking patterns that are blockages for you, or it puts you always in your south node instead of your north node. It puts you in those mental imprisonment. So it helps you release you out of that mental imprisonment. Helps you center yourself. Okay. One of the other great things about snowflake obsidian, it helps people come out of isolation, loneliness, and it helps with aiding in surrendering yourself, and it helps in meditation. It helps also with veins. The skeletal system improves circulation, like I said, and you can use it as an elixir for your skin and eyes. So, okay, guys, we are at 30 minutes with this video. So, we are going to, we're going to shut her off here. I will do another one because I'm trying to not make these videos so long because people say it's kind of hard to watch them when they're so long. So I'm trying to like cut video times down and do more part 1s, 2s, 3s, and etc. But here's a few to get you going and get you off on the run. I'm going to make another one in a little while after this one uploads. But that gives you, oh, there it is. Let me show you really quick. Here's the raw piece of the snowflake obsidian. See the raw? And then here's the polished. So the raw, anytime you guys have a raw stone over a polished, the raw is going to be more powerful. You're going to react to it, and it's going to activate things twice as fast. So remember that. So if you're a beginner with crystals and stones, start out. If you're going to work with stones that are really powerful, make sure that you start off with those polished first, reverses the raw. Because it can throw a lot, people that don't know how to use the stones correctly, it can definitely put people into a tailspin. So anyways, remember that, keep that in mind. Enjoy this retrograde, be kind, get your bubble wrap out and your hard hats on. And remember, if right now you think things are not going so great and some things are happening that are like putting a damper on your life, remember, keep going forward. Find a positive in the negative no matter what, and spin it so that you can keep that positive energy going. Okay. All right, guys, get a lot of sleep during this retrograde. Put yourself in timeout. If you can get outside and connect with nature, it will help a lot during this time. A lot of people during retrogrades have a lot of mental breakdowns. They'll have crying episodes. They'll have angry episodes. They'll have overly high happy episodes for no reason, okay? That is the planets. That is the energies connecting and clashing with you. So if you're vibing really low, just know you're going to be doing this through the whole retrograde. If you know what to do and you have the tools, you can go through it like this, okay? And then when those giant ups, you're not going to go giant up. You're going to go like that. When you have a big down, you're just going to slightly go down. So instead of, like I said, being like this, you're going to be kind of like that, okay? All right, guys. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. And I love you guys. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a great night. Ciao.